Hey guys, check this out. Carl's Bait and Tackle sponsoring this video because they get me the baits I need, and I'm gonna show you 3 baits. Now it's January, it's almost February, but if you look back to a video, I'm gonna put a little deal on there. My biggest bass came in February. It was actually in my kayak, throwing one of these bad boys, white spinnerbait. February is the time, and with the weather in Illinois this year, I mean, I know there's a little ice on the water, but don't let it fool you. It's going to be like in the 50s, 60s coming up. If that water hits 45 degrees at mid-February or so, and the weather trends, I mean, there's going to be some big bass caught in February, early March, whatever, and you better be prepared. So right now is the time to order. Get your free trial. You'll have a free trial membership all the way through the big bass bait time. And so let me just show you real quick my go-to styles of fishing when the water's cold and warming up. The bass are going to be hungry. They're going to go shallow, especially when that sun's really shining down on the water. They're going to get up in those shallow, rocky and muddy areas, and they're going to hang on anything that will hold heat. They're going to get in places like, you know, they'll be back in the back of coves, muddy coves that they won't really spawn in because it's too muddy, but that silt in the water will hold heat better, so they'll be in the backs of those muddy, you know, creeks and coves. And if you can find them, this is how you're gonna find them. It's been trending to this side lately the last few years, but my all-time go-to favorite lure to ever throw has got to be the spinnerbait. And you can get this Terminator stainless on Carl's. Now everybody has their certain spinnerbaits they like the most. This is one of my favorites. There's a couple other brands, but I'm telling you what, I was super happy to see that Carl's had this. Big profile. I got a 1/2 ounce. It has 2 willow blades. This is the super stainless. The Terminator has a titanium. I don't care for the titanium because I can't bend it the way I want to bend it to get it to run the way I want to run it. And sometimes the metal, like titanium and stuff, when it's it's just not for me. So stainless, I like to be able to manipulate the wire and close the gap or open the gap, make it run different, you know. So that's the way to go for me. Stick with your brand, but go on Carl's, check that out. The second thing, and man, I'm telling you what, you can get a good discount. In a lot of places, you can't even find these things. I mean, but here they are at Carl's. The Jackhammer by Z-Man. And if you need to slow it down and get a little more vibration, you know, in those muddier areas that you're going to have to trigger a bite, this is Fire Crawl, 1/2 ounce. It's got a black blade on it. That's going to do the trick in that dirtier water. I'm going to throw this more around like docks and laydowns and even rocks and pretty much anywhere. I'll slow roll it and burn it and whatever speed they're going to eat it. It just depends on how warm that water is, how aggressive they are. This, I mean, if you need to slow it down just a little bit, get a little more vibration, get it in and around cover, and get it in dirtier water, I'm going to throw this. This Jackhammer is not cheap, but you're gonna get a discount if you're a member on Carl's. So I think they're like $12 or something on Carl's, which is awesome. You can't find them for less than 15 anywhere else usually. I picked up a couple of these. Actually, Tackle Junkie was showing this color on one of his live streams, on his Sunday night live stream. So I went ahead and ordered a couple before all his jokers got on there and ordered them all. But then Square Bill. And you can get this Ketchco. I think this was in one of my last couple videos. The Ketchco Bubonic bugs. This color is ideal for this situation. This red on black. It's going to imitate a crawl coming out of the rocks. They come out earlier than you think. And those bass, if they're nose up to those rocks, you're gonna want to throw a square bill and bounce it, bounce. Just fish parallel to the rocks. Bounce a square bill. I'm going shad or red. Red is always good. Usually down south, the clay and mud is red. And when those crawfish, when the crawfish are hanging out in the winter in the mud and deep in holes and stuff like that, when they're coming out, they got like a red tint. And I think that's why down south red is on fire. But do not be mistaken, red is good pretty much everywhere, especially in spring. And so I think this color is great, but then I'm gonna go throw a shad too, and sometimes just crazy out off the wall colors. I'll throw these, I'll throw some bandits, I'll throw some Strike King 1.5s, 1.0s. I like to get real smaller if I'm having a tough bite. Just slow it down. Some of your pressured water, you're gonna wanna throw no rattle, but if they're hitting the rattle, throw the rattle. No reason not to. But like I said, pick up some of these. So you cannot go wrong if you start getting bit on one of these baits. Stick with it. Stick with it all day if you have to. Follow the bass. Look for the bite. You know, so I appreciate you watching. It's coming. There's big bass going to be caught this year, and I'm going to push for my PB. 772 is my PB. I'm going to push for, you know, like a 19 pounder. I don't see why that is not, you know, not attainable. So 1925 or 6 pounds, whatever. Maybe just an 8 pounder. I don't care. And one of these baits could do it. I mean, you're going to catch your biggest bass early spring or late fall. So you never know. But yeah, check out Karl's. Get a free membership. Get the membership. You're going to save money. There's tons of products on there. Go check them out. We'll see you out there.